What's up guys, my name is Zane and welcome to the channel. For those of you that are new here, this year I've decided to compete in Pokemon's official competitive circuit, traveling to events and trying to qualify for this year's Pokemon World Championship. And this time I'm traveling all the way to the other side of the country to compete in the Vancouver regional. Alright, I know in my last video I said that I wasn't going to be playing in another regional for at least a little while. But what can I say, bro? I'm an addict, alright? When I get that itch to play some Pokemon, it's just done, alright? Nothing's going to stop me. The Couve also holds a special place in my heart. You guys probably don't know this about me, but I used to live there for about a year way back in 2020. Ever since I moved back home, I've been trying to go back to visit, and this is the perfect opportunity to do just that. But there's another reason that I decided to go to a regional so soon. As you guys know, the European International Championships just happened last weekend, and with it, a ton of championship points were distributed. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to go, so I missed out on a ton of CP. Since my last video, I managed to get top 512 in the last Global Challenge in January, netting me 35 extra CP. I also won a League Cup at one of my locals, which replaces my top 8 from earlier in the season, giving me another 25. But even with those extra points, my placement is probably still going to go down because of EUIC. As of recording this video, the leaderboard still hasn't been updated. And as you guys know, to get my invite this year, I need to be ranked in the top 75 players across all of North America. So it's very likely that I'll be knocked out of the top 75 when the EUIC points come in. So I'm going to Vancouver to try to make up that difference. If you guys have been watching my videos, you'd know that I've already hit my BFL for major events. So if I want to get any points from this regional, I need to place in the top 128 or better to replace my top 256s from earlier in the season. Otherwise, I'll be coming home empty-handed. This is also the last Canadian event of the year, and next month I got to move to the US for my job, so I thought this would be a great send-off. I've been practicing a ton with my team from San Antonio, just slowly iterating on the team and just getting more and more comfortable playing in the format. I'm not going to do anything special when it comes to team building for this event. I'm just going to stick with what I'm comfortable with. That means I'm bringing Koraidon again. I think it's a very strong Pokemon, and like my friend Michael always says, he's on the box. The team looks a little bit different this time. We still got the archetype staples like Korai, Fluttermane, Ogerpon, Cornerstone, and I'm still bringing Walk and Wake because I still think it's a really good Pokemon on this archetype. It's not a common pick, but I really like it. The last two Mons on the team are Indeedee and Ditto. Indeedee is really nice because it has that speed control option with Trick Room, and also has Follow Me as well as Psychic Train to help me block moves like Fake Out. Ditto is also an extremely versatile Pokemon, just helped me out with a ton of problematic matchups. It's mainly really good in a Pokemon like Calyrex Ice Rider and Zamazenta. I also have some very unique EV spreads, but I'm going to share those with you guys after the event. There's also the GC happening before Vancouver that I'm going to be competing in with the team. Hopefully I end up doing well, getting a little bit more CP before the regional. It'd be pretty nice. So I'll make sure to update you guys on how I end up doing. There's not much else to say, so I'm going to spend the next week or so practicing with the team, and then I'll see you guys once I fly out to Vancouver. Alright, so the EUIC points are now updated on the leaderboard, and we're now currently 74th. I knew it'd be close. I didn't think it'd be that close. So for this event, we really got to bring our A game. There's a really, really good shot that we could get knocked out any moment. But luckily for us, we got the GC, we got the regional. Even if we just sneak in a little bit of points, that's just a nice little cushion for us, right? But yeah, a little bit nerve-wracking, not gonna lie. Also, maybe not the smartest idea. Might have switched on my team for the GC. So basically, a friend came up to me with this team. Looked kind of fun. Honestly, a little bit troll. And I was like, you know what? Somehow they convinced me to play it. And yeah, hopefully it goes well. Day one not doing too bad so far. I think I'm like 6-2. But still pretty early, so we'll see. We got to play out a ton of more games before we get, a final score. But again, I'll let you guys know how we end up doing in Vancouver once we get there. But just want to quickly update you guys. So yeah, let's bring our A game. Alright, what's up guys? Made it to the hotel room, and boy, do I have a story for you guys. So first of all, GC, absolutely abysmal. Not gonna lie to you. Mostly played for fun. Learned my lesson. Not gonna be doing that again. So the flight over here, it was quite hectic. I will say Air Canada will definitely not be flying with them again. So my flight was supposed to be at like 8:30, land at like 9:30, but my flight was delayed an hour and a half. So I didn't end up arriving in Toronto until 11. So I missed my connecting flight. They set me up with a hotel room and rebooked my flight to like 7:30 today, which is Friday. So I got to the hotel around 1. I slept for maybe like 3 hours. Woke up around like 4:30ish. Took a shower. Got ready. Got to the airport. Got on my flight. I didn't eat during the flight. I had a meal like right before. I had some like airport sushi. Probably not the best idea on an empty stomach, but there was like this weird mix where I just started getting like a little bit delirious from the lack of sleep. I got a little bit nauseous, so I went to the bathroom. And while I was in the bathroom, I just remember standing up. I was like thinking about something, like daydreaming. And then the daydream felt like super real. And then out of nowhere, I was just like, I went from standing up, I was just like squatting down, like extremely dizzy. Like I literally like passed out in the bathroom. Waited like a couple minutes, walked back to my seat, still super nauseous, feeling like I'm gonna throw up. So I just sat in my seat, closed my eyes, and just like try to relax for a bit. And then after, a little bit, it started to get better and I was, feeling good again. Yeah, regardless, we ended up making it through, somehow got here in one piece. My friend that I'm sharing this room with is out with a couple friends. They're going to get some food. I'm just gonna take a nap. I need it real bad. And then after that, I'm probably going to get some food, hopefully have time to check in. It's pretty early in the morning. It's still like 10:30 here, so it's pretty nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to update you guys, and yeah, see you guys at the venue. All right, boys, just checked in. I'm not gonna lie, man. Vancouver's gotta be the nicest city that we got a regional in. If you guys don't come to Vancouver, like you're actually just missing out. Because it's sad that we don't, like all these other regionals are capping basically every single time. And Vancouver's got like 500 people. It just doesn't make sense to me. So we're planning on going to dinner now and then heading back to the hotel, getting some nice rest. And then yeah, the tournament day's tomorrow. So we'll see you guys there. Alright, what's up guys? Regional day. It's like 7:15 in the morning. Got a nice workout in. Got a nice cold shower. Feeling really, really good. Also, forgot to mention, kind of switched up the team. I just felt like the Caridon team had a lot of flaws in it that were really easy to exploit if the person knew what they were. And I think now because Wolf just won with Caridon recently, people probably been prepping more for it. So I decided to go with Calias, which is still very much a comfort pick. So I'm still feeling pretty damn good, but just gonna get some food, head over to the venue, and then we're gonna, hopefully smoke the competition today. Alright, played the first 2 rounds, currently 1-1. Reggie's hella stressful, dude. Round 1, I lost 0-2. So game 1, there's a point where I don't want to say through the end game, but I had a safer line. I went close combat into the Urshifu, expecting to knock it out, and it lived on 1. And then the end game was my like 75% HP Urshifu versus his half health Chiyu and 1 HP Ursh. And like both of them can just KO me, but if I Surging Strike the turn before, I'm faster because I'm jolly, so I could have just Aqua Jetted the Chiyu and then Aqua Jetted or close combated the Urshifu that turn. So a little bit of a misplay. Game 2, he called me to not attack his Cali S in the end game when I had Pal plus Cali on board with Tailwind up, and he got it right. I didn't target it, lost the game, is what it is. Round 2 is hella stressful, played against Cali I. The Cali I, it was very standard, like Amoonguss, Urshifu, Incin stuff. Landorus was on there and Raging Bolt, I think, too, were the other ones. But yeah, just really good play. Getting some really nice pins with Spore, but yeah, so far 1-1. All right, we just finished round 4 and we're 3-1, boys, easy. We played Kyogre Rain, then we got Groudon Sun. The Kyogre was not a great matchup. It was like all right, probably 50-50, but the play was a little bit new. They had AV Raging Bolt with Protect, a little bit of an error on their part, but you know, we ended up getting it 2-0, and then we also 2-0'd the Groudon player, but that one was a really, really good matchup for me. My Torn is really good. You know, Rain Dance is insane. The fact that it's immune to Precipice Blades means that they can't ever get a double knockout, especially because I have the Sash on my Cali. And then game 1, I predict them to go Trick Room Protect on my Tailwind with their Flutter Mane. And I got it right. I click Bleak Wind plus Astral, pick up the Flutter Mane turn 1, and then the rest is history from there. So yeah, so playing really, really well. Halfway there, just got to win like 3 more for day 2. Let's get it. All right, guys, just got back from round 8. Fortunately, we got the dub, baby! This is 3 Toronto day 2s. We got my boy John, X1, Darvon also.
Yeah, X2.
We gotta dodge each other. Dude, and bro, John, tell him the spice. What are you playing?
Yeah, I got Zacian, but that's all normal for me at least. Yeah, I got the Okie Dokie and Rotom Wash to day 2, baby.
It's Rotom Wash day 2. It's actually unbelievable. Actually, crazy runs. So we're gonna go out and get some food.
Drinks on him? Fuck no.
we might be going out. I don't know. We'll see. We got some games tomorrow. But yeah, see how it goes, man. I'm excited. All right, what's up, guys? We're back at the venue. It's day 2. We got about 30-40 minutes till the first round starts. As you guys know, we were X2 yesterday. So that means that any loss will knock us out of the tournament and cut our day off pretty short. But there's only 2 rounds today, so if we win them both, we will be in top cut, which is pretty sick. We also guaranteed top 64 because there's only 61 day 2 players. So that's a minimum 40 CP to replace our 60 CP finishes from earlier in the season, which is pretty nice. Also got a good workout in this morning and had some breakfast, so I'm feeling pretty good. Just got to play the best Pokemon I can today, and yeah, hopefully get those 2 wins. So let's do it. All right, guys, back from the last round of Swiss. Fortunately, didn't get it. Tossed pretty bad, not gonna lie. Honestly, all my fault. So game 1, I was kind of feeling myself. I made some pretty good reads first few turns, and there's a point in the game where you had a Mungus and Cali that were freshly switched in on the board. I had Ursh plus Cali S. I was really expecting him to click like Rage Powder Trick Room because a lot of my opponents with the similar teams have been doing that all day or all weekend. So I switched in my Mungus in the Ursh slot and clicked Encore into the Mungus. And the reason that play would be nice is he would set up Trick Room, I'd have a Mungus to Spore his Cali, and he would be locked in a Rage Powder, so he couldn't Pollen Puff or Spore my Cali under Trick Room. But instead, he just clicks Spore into my Ursh slot, whiffs on the Amoonguss, and then clicks Glacial Lance, gets a ton of free damage, and then from there, the game's kind of sealed. So I led Chiyu, Cali, S both games, and he led Incineroar and Lando I, which is Scarf. I found on the first game that my Chiyu outspeeds his Lando, so if I just led Urshifu, I had a free Aqua Jet plus Heat Wave into the Lando slot, and if he switches into his Amoonguss, that would die to the double up of Heat Wave plus Aqua Jet. So honestly, big missed opportunity on my end. But you know, it is what it is. We're hoping for top 32 points, would be really, really big for the season. And even if not, top 64 points, still an extra 40 on the board is pretty nice. But on the bright side, my friends John and Ryan both made cut. We're wishing them luck. Gonna be watching them the rest of the day. Fingers crossed one of them goes all the way, so. We should have foul played, boys. We should have foul played, boys.
It's all good though, that's a hard call to make.
It is. All right, we're just head over to the prize wall, gonna pick up our boxes. Box of Surging Sparks. top 64. I ended up in 35th place, man.
Not bad.
I know, but 3 more spots, you would have got the extra 25 CP. Is what it is. Can't be too upset about a $200 box of Pokemon cards, so. All right, just picked up our box. Big winnings, big winnings. So I gotta head back to the hotel. Left my suitcase there and my passport's in it, and I can't check in for my flight without it, so.
Yeah, we gotta go pick that up quick.
Yeah.
It's some udon.
Oh, and then some udon. I'm so excited for udon. Yeah, it's like a 20-minute walk, and I'm probably gonna Uber back here, watch the finals, and then food after that. So, yeah, pretty good weekend, all things considered. Alright guys, we're back and it's been about a week or so since the regional, and as you guys can see, this is not the usual couch that I'm usually sitting on. That's because I've officially moved from Canada all the way down to Austin, Texas. I'm a man of my word. Either way, that's not what you guys are here for. So let's talk Pokemon. Of course, in Vancouver, we managed to get top 64, placing 35th in the regional. If you guys want to get a full explanation of the team I used at the regional and why I used it, check out the link in the description for my team report if you guys want to check that out. It's a little bit sad that we just barely bubbled out of top 32 points, but we still had a really solid finish, so you can't be too upset. This was my best finish yet in a major, so if anything, it shows that we're headed in the right direction. Top 64 earns you 100 CP, but because we've already filled out our BFLs, we're going to be replacing our lowest one instead. That means that we replaced one of the 60 CP regionals from earlier on in the season, netting us an increase of 40 CP from this event, bringing our total to 682 CP. This is definitely a nice improvement, but it's not enough. This late into the season, everyone's giving everything they got to try to snatch up one of those coveted Worlds invites. And even with that extra 40 CP, we're still not in a great spot. The last time I checked the leaderboard, we were sitting at 77th place, meaning that if the season ended right now, we would not be getting our invite. Or I guess we would because of the auto invites, but that's not really something I want to bank on. I won't lie to you guys, up until this point, I wasn't really feeling the stress of the Worlds grind. But this tournament really put everything into perspective for me. Now that I've hit my BFLs, there's a real plateau that's hard to push through. From now on, it doesn't matter how many events you go to. What does matter is that for every event that you do attend, you need to be bringing your absolute best performance. One bad day or one wrong call could end your entire season. But luckily, there's still a ton of CP that I can earn, and I definitely have a great shot of being able to move back up that leaderboard and secure that invite. With so much more Pokemon left to play, I gotta make sure to keep my head up, keep practicing, and make sure to always bring my A game no matter what. My next event's gonna be Atlanta Regionals in April, and that's gonna be my last event in Regulation G. So I'm gonna be bringing everything I've learned this regulation so that I can finish it off strong. So if you're just as excited as I am to see how that event goes, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss when I upload that video. But that's it for this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, as it really does help out a lot. I've been slowly growing a following over the past few months, and I really appreciate every single one of you that decided to follow me along for my Pokemon journey this season. If you're new here, or if you've been here for a while, leave a comment letting me know how your season's going so far, and if you're on track to reach your Pokemon goals this year. With that, it's time to wrap this video up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.